morning. This is your TDT News Update. I'm Mary-Therese Bernard and making the news at this time. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar on Wednesday evening oversaw the departure of humanitarian aid bound for Venezuela on the Galleon's Passage. The shipment will provide critical support to victims of the twin earthquakes that devastated the country in June. The vessel departed at noon on Thursday, carrying 331 pallets of relief supplies, including water, food items, canned goods, juice, soft drinks, mattresses, hygiene products, cleaning supplies, and medical supplies. During her visit to the vessel ahead of its departure, the Prime Minister viewed the cargo and thanked the crew and agencies involved in the humanitarian operation. According to the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, teams at the port of Point Lisas, that's Plebdeco, worked through the night to load the shipment with support from vessel personnel, port workers, NIDCO, Customs and Excise, the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard, and other state agencies. The Port Authority said it was proud to support the humanitarian initiative aimed at delivering critical relief supplies to the affected communities. The Galleon's Passage was expected to arrive in Venezuela this Friday morning. In a move aimed at expanding international business opportunities, the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce and the High Commission of Canada in Trinidad and Tobago will lead a delegation to Toronto for the Beyond Borders Canada Trade and Investment Mission 2026. According to Chamber President Karen Yipchak, the initiative is expected to create significant opportunities for members to build business relationships and access new investment prospects in the Canadian market.
While supporting exports remains central to our work, we also recognize that many businesses are seeking investment, strategic partnerships, and new opportunities to grow internationally. Our approach therefore reflects the broader needs of our members and the realities of today's global business environment.
High Commissioner for Canada to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Michael Ryan Callan, reflected on the trade partnerships that have long tied both nations together. He assured that with preferential trade, access to 61% of global GDP and 1.5 billion consumers, Canada is a trusted platform for global expansion.
Trinidad and Tobago is Canada's largest merchandise trading partner in CARICOM, with two-way merchandise trade reaching approximately $467 million. But I believe that number represents not a ceiling of our relationship, but a strong foundation. Because Canada offers something businesses value, and perhaps now more than ever before: stability, predictability, transparency.
Delegates will meet importers, distributors, retailers, and will be exposed to investment opportunities, as well as partake in the Trinbago Toronto Festival. In sport, Kylian Mbappe made up for a missed penalty with his 8th goal of the 2026 FIFA World Cup as France beat Morocco 2-0 to reach the semi-finals. Les Bleus are through to the World Cup semi-finals after seeing off Morocco 2-0. Kylian Mbappe missed an early penalty saved by Yacine Bounou, but made amends in the 60th minute with a superb curling finish. Ousmane Dembele doubled the lead 6 minutes later. It's Mbappe's 8th goal of the tournament, bringing him level with Lionel Messi on the scoring charts. France, runners-up in 2022, will now face the winner of today's clash between Spain and Belgium in Dallas on Tuesday. And now we head to Trinidad and Tobago today.
More news, more access, more ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter on air and online. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
Since 1972, one sound has been living in the heart of Trinidad and Tobago, the longest running radio station in the nation.
We're your holiday soundtrack, whether it's on your day off,
Long drives or house lives.
we are always sweet.
This is music with meaning, music with memories.
Music that feels like home.
And it's not just the songs, it's the voices you trust, personalities you've grown with.
Laughter that sounds familiar.
This isn't just radio, it's tradition.
It's memories.
It's part of who we are.
Sweet 100.1 FM, the rhythm of our identity, part of your family.
Always 100, guide you on your way. Sweet 100, sweet 100.
We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oh, God is mighty, oh, on him I heal sickness in my body. Life. Some believe in Christmas, but don't believe in Jesus Christ. He came for you, and he came for I. Yes, he was born to die.
Come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
काम करो वहाँ मारो
वेंटीना
हाँ वो एंटीना पे
चल बोल डाल
शाबाश 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 आएगा आएगा आएगा
पानी
बस
What if possibility was only the beginning? Welcome to Limitless, a journey where ideas become action and action becomes impact. From breaking barriers and challenging misconceptions to designing with dignity and driving innovation with heart. This series explores how inclusion is moving from concept to community in Trinidad and Tobago. Across each episode, we meet the change makers and everyday leaders turning challenges into opportunity, building real solutions that change real lives, from possibility to impact. This is Limitless.
Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT. I'm Virmala Balkaran. Good morning to you. We are broadcasting live this morning, as we promised, from the Trade and Investment Convention 2026. This is all being hosted by the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, TTMA. And this is the Caribbean's premier business-to-business trade exhibition. And did you know it's also the largest networking trade show in the Anglo-Dutch Caribbean? Now, throughout today's show, we have some amazing guests who are participating in this year's TIC 2026. So we can't wait to share all of that with you. Now, we're bringing together more than 400 local, regional, and international exhibitors. And TIC really serves as a platform for manufacturers and exporters, investors, entrepreneurs, service providers, everyone under one roof right here at the center of of Excellence. So a special good morning to you if you're just waking up with us, wherever you are taking us. Maybe you're streaming us live. Good morning. Again, welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Thank you so much to our entire crew who came out really early this morning to make all of this possible. And of course, to the TTMA for having us here and all the businesses that we'll be talking with today. Also, our beautiful set was sponsored by Amaranth Business Solutions Limited. Is absolutely beautiful for all of these pieces. Check them out. So remember, today we have some pretty amazing guests going to be talking all about everything happening here at TIC 2026. Now, also, this year's theme, it's One Vision, Global Connection. So much to unpack with that theme as well. Today is the second day. This goes until tomorrow. Also, did you know that TIC has facilitated more than $900 million in trade deals over its history? That's huge. And again, we'll be talking about that today. Also, we have over 400 exhibitors, more than 400 B2B meetings. Thousands of business professionals and visitors are going to be here. We start at 10 o'clock, but we're here getting an early head start to bring you all the action before it starts to unfold. And, TIC is designed to help businesses and find new markets and build partnerships, secure buyers, and expand exports. So once again, TIC 2026, we are live from the Center of Excellence, Trinidad and Tobago today. We take a short break, and when we come back, we get started.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on,
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Get ready for the biggest business-to-business event of the year, the Trade and Investment Convention, happening on July 9th to July 11th at the Center of Excellence, Macoya. Doors open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on business days, 9th and 10th July, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Consumer Day, Saturday, 11th July. Dress code in effect for business days. Park and ride available from Constantine Park and UB TGR North Car Park all days. And NAMDEFCO, July 9th to July 11th, sponsored by the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, Exim Bank, Balroofs Group, Robust Security Network Limited, and Lullaby Group.
I know it sounds romantic to leave everything behind to bake bread and muffins, but this isn't us. We haven't worked here in 20 years.
I'm from the Great National Trust Bank. Is there somewhere we could talk?
2 weeks.
That gives you until the 24th.
But I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Have you thought about entering the Grand Prix?
The what?
The dessert Grand Prix.
I love that show.
We can save the bakery and we can save Mom's house.
Welcome to day one of Chef Paula's Dessert Grand Prix Christmas Special. This is your 2-minute warning, chefs.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. This isn't just some game for bored housewives. This is baking, and you're rolling with the big boys now.
Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT, broadcasting live from TIC 2026. Now, for 27 years, TIC has been bringing businesses together under one roof and creating connections and opening markets and really helping Trinidad and Tobago companies take their products to the world. Well, this morning we are joined by our first guest, and he is the Deputy Managing Director of Crystal Limited, a Trinidad and Tobago-based chemical manufacturer established in 1989. I'm pretty sure you know this brand. Now, this is a family-owned company, and they produce a wide range of cleaning agents, industrial and automotive products, and they supply their customers locally while expanding their presence across regional markets. And as a current and past exhibitor at the TIC, Garcia brings first-hand experience on how the event supports manufacturers through networking and business opportunities and all of that. So I say a very special good morning and welcome to Mr. Jonathan Garcia, Deputy Managing Director of Crystal Limited.
Good
Hello.
morning, Marla. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for kicking off our series of interviews this morning.
I'm honored to be here.
No
with you this
pressure
morning.
at all. Now, first, tell us a little bit about Crystal Limited. I'm sure everyone has heard about it, but how did the company begin? What products do you manufacture, and how has the business grown over the years?
No problem. So firstly, our company started, my dad started his business in around 1989. We first started behind his parents' house in St. Augustine, maybe 500 square feet, 800 square feet. We then expanded a little bit more to Chamfle, where we were actually living behind our house, maybe 1,500 square feet. And then over time, because of demand, hard work, dedication, we actually moved to the industrial estate in Arima. So we basically have 10,000 square feet now. So we're located at number 18 E and F O'Meara Industrial Estate, Arima. So we currently service Trinidad and Tobago hardware, supermarkets, small shops, parlors, automotive shops. The main product we have is our PVC solvent. It's a multi-purpose solvent that burns both hot and cold water. So you don't have to buy one for hot water, one for cold water. It does both. It sticks also electrical pipes and fittings. We have a preparation fluid, which is like a cleaner and primer. We have a swimming pool solvent, which is a color-coded solvent. Then we have our other lines like rust remover, degreasers, tile and grout cleaner, disinfectants, termite treatments, muriatic acid. We have a wide array of rub and alcohols, hand sanitizer, mentholated spirits. You know, so we have a wide range, honestly.
But not just in local markets, but you've also been serving regional markets.
Yeah.
So what are the key factors driving that growth?
I actually started my export journey because of Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturing Association. So before I was a director of the TTMA, I used to go on those trade missions with them, and those trade missions opened my eyes of what more could be done outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Because when you have a company in Trinidad and Tobago, you plateau at one point. There's only so much you could really sell because there's only so much customers are based in Trinidad and Tobago. So you have to expand. And then because of the US shortage that we had no choice but to seek foreign currency out of Trinidad. So I started my trade missions with the TTMA in 2001 or 2002.
Yeah, but you're also a current and past exhibitor at TIC.
Yes, I am.
How has that really brought some value to Crystal Limited?
So this is my 4th year at this TIC show. So the TTMA basically has a platform. This TIC show is the best platform for manufacturers, both manufacturers, non-manufacturers, service industries to come to TIC. They put up a booth and they display their products or services. So it benefited me in a way where my direct customers who use my products from hardwares or wherever, they come to me, they look at my brands, they look at the other products I carry, they look at the labeling, I listen to their questions, their concerns. Me and my team can basically do any questions they have, we answer them. We show them the new products that we have available also. And the best thing for TIC is creating brand awareness. Because anywhere you go, you have thousands of people walking through that booth every day.
Yeah.
So they see the name Crystal, they see Crystal, we have influencers walking through. There are also 400 booths here this year.
Yes.
So if you get 10% of that business, that's 14 new customers.
Wow.
So I will recommend anybody to come to TIC. Whatever business you're in, once you have a product to sell, it is the avenue to come in to get your product out to Trinidad and Tobago. And we also have over 30 customers from different countries that came in. Yesterday alone, I had two customers from Jamaica, 2 from Grenada, Barbados came, And the best fulfillment I got, honestly, is that they told me, hey, I see your products on the shelves in those countries.
Yeah.
That is very fulfilling for me.
Yeah, visibility is important.
Of course.
Now, from your experience, what support do local manufacturers need most when they're trying to enter new markets? So just asking you from your expertise now, and if they want to expand their exports.
So they need, in order to expand their exports, first of all, you have to have a good product. Your product must be registered to be CARICOM duty-free, because nobody wants to buy a product from CARICOM, and when it reaches there, you have to pay duty. So that's one of the big advantages we have in Trinidad and Tobago, exporting our products to CARICOM region, because they clear duty-free. I will think the expertise of of bigger exporters. You know, you lean on TTME, you lean on the export department. They can guide you of what you need to get done to export. The government plays a critical role. They're really pro-business right now. Through Exim Bank, they're facilitating the U.S. for small businesses, medium-sized businesses who really need the allocations. So, you know.
Now, I believe, Jonathan, you also serve as a director and corporate sec of TTME.
TTME, yeah.
So you're bringing your expertise now, years of expertise,
Right.
to this role. How has that been for you?
I mean, it's been very honoring for me to serve such a fine institution. When I started my journey in exports and also the trade missions, I was wanted to be a director of TTME, because it's such an institution that you're proud to be part of. Even though it's hard work. I mean, I'm here at 6 this morning, but you know, but honestly, when they have their pop-up shops, I make sure I try to attend all their pop-up shops to talk to the small SMEs, try and guide them and let them know what could be done, where you can grow from a tiny seed to a big tree. So exporters who have more experience now, you know, you speak to them, you give them experience and give them that motivation that one day now they'll come out of being in a pop shop and come to the actual TIC in a bigger boot.
Well, for businesses who are attending TIC 2026, especially small and medium-sized manufacturers looking to grow,
Right.
what advice would you give to them to make the most of the opportunities available?
I will tell them to make sure and just show up, have your best products and services on display. When customers come, just be very knowledgeable of what services you offer, what products you offer to them. And I mean, just put on your best show, and follow up is very, very important. So even after the show, keep in touch with those same customers that come, because you never know what you get out of it. So you have to follow up with all your existing customers and potential customers also.
Yeah. Jonathan, what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned over your years in what you do?
I mean, you fail a lot, honestly, but one failure doesn't determine your success in life. I mean, with God, with hard work, with God and determination, you can overcome any challenge in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of local or young entrepreneurs, I would say, you know, you feel a little bit despondent, you start and you fail. What would you say has really kept you going over the years?
I always look at it as failure is not an option, because when you have something and you're passionate about it, there's no way you could fail. And then, I mean, you have your family, you have your wife, you have your children, your son,
Yeah.
you have your father who started the business. So even when you go into a second generation business, that's where businesses fail, second and third.
Yeah.
So you can't be successful as a first generation and your son takes over and then the business crashes. So it's more pressure for the second generation to continue that movement. Like before, we never really used to export. So in 2021, 2022, I built the export department in Crystal Limited.
Wow.
So we started earning our own foreign exchange. So we're basically a net foreign exchange earner right now.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Well, before we wrap up, I have to ask you, how has it been over the past, well, I would say
24
day, and yeah, and now you have today ahead of you. What are you looking forward to most today and tomorrow, and how was yesterday?
Yesterday was a very good day, honestly. I think we had thousands of people pass through. I mean, I'm sorry if anybody had the inconvenience of the parking to the back, but what they could do is use the platforms that we have, the park and ride. They could park at UE, they could park, everything is online, so they could take the shuttles to the TIC show. It has been good for me yesterday. I reconnected a lot of customers. I got some new potentials throughout the Caribbean, even in Trinidad. Some existing customers didn't know I offer all those different products. So it has been good. Today is the same buyer's day, so I look forward to the same day today, and tomorrow is open to the general public. So we have a lot of giveaways, we have a lot of discounted price stuff. So I really look forward to it. It is going to be a very good show. It is the 27th time that TIC is in existence, and it's the biggest ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely big. We're
Yeah,
seeing
it's
all the
huge
booths
this year.
outside. Things are a little bit quiet now because it hasn't
closed,
officially
yeah,
started
exactly.
and
It
at
starts
10
at
a.m.
10.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Jonathan,
No
for
problem at all.
kicking off the show with us this morning. And we look forward to, checking out your booth a little later on
I'm
today.
at booth 153 and 154.
All right. And we are at booth 256, that TTT Limited.
No
So we will
problem.
also see you there. If you want to join us during the day, we'll all be here for you. Now, this year's message is really clear at TIC. One vision, global connection, and it's all about creating pathways for Caribbean businesses to compete on a world stage. We'll talk more about that after the break. Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on,
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel. And I never regretted it.
We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oh, God is mighty, oh, on him I heal sickness in my body. Life. Some believe in Christmas, but don't believe in Jesus Christ. He came for you, and he came for I. Yes, he was born to die.
Let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
Hi, everybody. I am Leah.
And I'm Dion.
And we are
The Duncans.
Listen, we're here to tell you about a project the Lord has given to us called the Marriage Confessional. It is geared toward married couples, those that are on the road to marriage, and those that want to get married one day.
So join us on TTT and on Facebook and YouTube at TTT Live Online.
The Marriage Confessional, only on TTT.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most, on air and online. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT, broadcasting live from the Center of Excellence, TIC 2026. Now, the business days were yesterday and today. Tomorrow is actually the Consumer Day. That's Saturday, July 11th. Remember, it's a 3-day event bringing together more than 400 exhibitors and more than 400 B2B meetings. There's so much happening here, and there's exhibition booths, there's B2B meetings, there's business education sessions, and also obviously networking opportunities. So come and experience TIC 2026. Well, continuing with our special guest this morning, Alison Painter is the Manager of Service Operations at Amaranth Business Solutions Limited. By the way, thank you to Amaranth for this amazing setup. And she oversees the delivery of technology-enabled business solutions and customer service operations. And she has extensive experience in information technology and business processes and workplace solutions. And she works with organizations to improve efficiency through digital transformation, automation, and smart office technologies. And at TIC 2026, Amaranth Business Solutions is actually showcasing innovative products and services, all designed to help your businesses enhance productivity, collaboration, and all of that in an increasingly digital business environment. Good morning to you, Alison, and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having me this morning.
So tell us a little bit about Amaranth Business Solutions and the role that you play within the company.
So Amaranth Business Solutions is actually a 100-year-old company. We've been in technology for a number of years, and we're actually not just only in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a presence in Guyana as well as Barbados, and we also support 22 different countries within the region. So we're a Caribbean-based company that operates all throughout the region.
Yeah, and what do you do within
Amaranth?
So
I have to correct you, I'm the head of sales and services at Amaranth Business Solutions, so I do support in the operations space as well as also in all of the sales and the development in terms of business transformation, digital transformation within the company.
And what products and solutions are you showcasing here at TIC 2026?
So besides the B2B center, which we've outfitted, and as you said, it looks great this morning, we also going to be showing technology as it pertains to our interactive whiteboards. It's one of the devices here.
Wow.
We have this in our booth. We also have and showcasing document management solutions live, where you can literally see documents go through the processes of being scanned, information being captured, and going into a document management solution to create efficiency so that you're able to see those processes live. We're also showcasing all of our furniture and systems at the TIC convention. And we also have Eurova devices, which are handheld devices used for warehousing systems. And you can find those at the All Networks booth, where we'd also be supporting them.
Now, Alison, many businesses are embracing digital transformation. And what does that mean for a small or a medium-sized business?
It's really about creating an intelligent workspace. And a lot of businesses do take some time before they get to understanding or accepting that move from being paper-based to going to be digitized. So what it means for organizations is to really start investing and looking at your people and how we can increase fulfillment through work by having opportunities to use digital solutions, including document management and anything that allows us to be faster, work smarter, and collaborate a lot more.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the biggest technology challenges that businesses are facing today from what you've seen, and how can they overcome them, most importantly?
I think the biggest challenge is fear. A lot of companies don't want to take that chance. They think it's a risk to invest in technology. And it's a fear not only the risk because of maybe the price of technology and the price of changing, and of course the change management that goes with it, but they also look at it from the perspective of the lack of efficiencies that they may have if they move from one to the other in terms of their customers or customers accepting that change.
Now, what trends are you seeing in office design and workplace technology? We're seeing so many beautiful office pieces and all of that. What are the trends that you're seeing now that are shaping the future of work?
Yeah, so a lot of offices are looking at designing spaces that really enhance comfort. As we continue to move in an AI environment, technology is there and it's efficient, but it also means that we have to create spaces where we allow people to collaborate, we allow people to be creative. So that means enhancing a space not only in its look and feel, but using technology to be smarter and more efficient for us to be able to do what we have to do and to be able to create and innovate.
Now, let's talk about TIC. So why is TIC such an important platform for companies like yours to connect with potential clients and partners and, you know, that whole networking?
So this is the first time that Amaranth has been at TIC, and I must say that it is extremely important. In the days that I've been here, only yesterday, of course, we've seen so many organizations come to our booth, ask questions, and what we're recognizing is that a lot of people are just not aware of the power of what a lot of organizations are doing in Trinidad and Tobago and in the Caribbean. So it allows persons to have first-hand experience ask questions, experience software, hardware, and be able to really interact with all of the companies and the products and services that they provide.
Yeah. So for businesses visiting TIC, what can they expect when they visit the Amaranth Business Solutions booth?
Yes, so we have a very interactive booth. We do have an interactive whiteboard at the booth, and anybody visiting can actually use the device. As mentioned before, we have a real-time document management solution that you can see from scanning and using the documents themselves in the system. And besides that, we have the handheld devices and other technology that we have at the booth as well. So visit us, and you'll get the experience to be able to interact with all of the technology that we have.
Now tell me about this whiteboard.
Yes.
You have been saying it's a smart whiteboard. So what exactly makes this smart, and how do you use it?
So the easiest way to describe it is saying it's a very large phone or a very large iPad. What it does, it's interactive in that besides you being able to display and have the functions and features, it has all of the applications as well. You can write on it, literally write on it like you would a whiteboard. So it's very important for schools in particular in the education system, where they're also looking at digital transformation, using technology from younger ages to be able to have a device like this. It's also collaborative, used in conference rooms. And
wow.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually really sleek. And
it is.
nice.
It
so
is.
these come in different sizes, or it's just?
No, it comes in different sizes. It just really depends on the size of your conference room or the area that you'd like to put it in.
I wish I had this back in my school day. You know, this would have been really dynamic. But of course, we keep progressing. What advice would you give to business owners who, know that they need to modernize, but they're not sure where to begin?
The advice I would give is just to start. Keep in mind that everybody would have the same fear or the same discomfort. And you can talk to other business owners who are probably far progressing in that area of technology, have conversations with persons at Amaranth Business Solutions who could provide consulting and advice on how to move forward. But take the step.
And if you could recommend just one technology investment that delivers the biggest impact for businesses today, what would that be?
I would say moving to a document management solution, and just to pivot and talk about our forms that we would do for immigration. We'd all have to fill that form, and you'd be on the plane in the dark, not sure if you could even fill out the form. With a document management solution, it means that all of your documents are digitized. You're able to collaborate, users are able to work from any location, you're able to get documents, and you're able to do process automation a lot faster. So I would say one of the things that would be important is going towards a document management solution.
So you said that this was your first year here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and how has it been since yesterday?
I think fantastic. The team at TIC as well as CTMA have been very, very, very embracing from the start. They've collaborated with us and have been very supportive throughout the entire process.
And what are you looking forward to most today and tomorrow?
Oh, definitely just having a look at all of the companies that are here, interacting with the organizations, and of course continuing the conversations about digital transformation and about technology.
And tell us where we can find your booth here. What's your booth number?
So our booth number is 284, Amaranth Business Solutions, and as you mentioned before, we can see all of the technology that we provide at our booth.
Now, before you go, Alison, what advice would you give to small businesses or local entrepreneurs just starting up and they want to embrace technology perhaps, and they want to incorporate that into their business model, but they just don't know how to start? Give them a small push in that direction.
The small push is to start small. Don't start thinking about, 3 years ahead. Think about what's happening in your environment today and what are the quick wins that you can have. What are the areas that you could quickly digitize, quickly use technology for, printers, devices, that you'd be able to enhance some of your processes that you know are the pain points for your customers or your employees. Don't think about investing all of it. Start small, but start. That's the most important advice that I can give.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Alison, for joining us today. We look forward to seeing your booth as well, and enjoy what your first TIC has to offer.
Thank you very much for having us.
All right. Well, we get ready to take a short break. Remember, whether you're attending as a business owner seeking new partnerships or as a consumer really discovering local and regional products, TIC 2026 highlights the innovation, the resilience, and the export potential, which is very, very important in today's economic landscape of Caribbean businesses, while really reinforcing Trinidad and Tobago's position as a regional hub for trade and Investment. We take that short break. When we come back, there's more ahead. Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Wish that I could meet someone who understands me.
She's beautiful. Thinking about inviting her home for Christmas. Christmas where? South Carolina.
Sounds exciting. If you win the mom, you win the man. You need to do the laugh. The laugh? Take notes. What is it?
Slow down, bro. You're moving too fast.
You just have to learn how to enjoy life. Seeing you and your family together makes me wish I had that in my life.
Hell.
Ever wondered what happens before the lights come on? Before the crowd pours in? Before the magic hits the stage? This is your all-access pass. Sneak Peek with Junior K takes you behind the scenes of the biggest cultural moments and the hottest events across TNT. From the sound checks to the stage setups, from final rehearsals to exclusive interviews. If it's about to be big, we're already there. Catch Sneak Peek airing daily on TTT and relive every moment on all our social media platforms. Sneak Peek with Junior K, where the story starts before the spotlight.
When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens, because your world can't wait. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT, broadcasting live from TIC 2026. From entrepreneurs showcasing their first product to established manufacturers seeking international markets, TIC is bringing the region's business community together under one roof. And so far this morning, we've had two very special guests on set, kickstarting the conversation with us. Remember, we start at 10 a.m. here at the Center of Excellence, but we're here a little bit early to get a little sneak peek of what's to come today. We spoke with the Deputy Managing Director of Crystal Limited, Mr. Jonathan Garcia, and also from Amaranth Business Solutions, we spoke with Alison Painter, just talking all about the value that TIC 2026 is bringing and will continue to bring to businesses in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, we continue that conversation right now with Kailash Jaikaran Singh, the team lead of marketing and Trinidad at the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, and responsible for promoting the TTMA's initiatives and events, including the Trade and Investment Convention the Caribbean's premier business and networking exhibition, as I just said. And now her role really includes developing marketing strategies and engaging exhibitors and visitors, and really managing public awareness campaigns and ensuring strong participation from businesses and, of course, the wider public. All right, good morning to you, Kailash. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thanks for having me.
So for those who haven't been to TIC before, what can they expect when they visit this year's convention?
Well, let me start from the beginning. First, thank you so much for that lovely introduction, but I want to mention that it's an entire team that it takes to put on. So the promotion is just not me, right? We have an entire team, the entire TTMA. Our board of directors very supportive, and they help us, guide us so that we can put on this entire show, right? And this show, I want to point out that it is done in-house in terms of the management, the planning, and everything for the show is done from TTMA itself. We don't outsource anything. So let's just start there, right? For those that are coming to the show, we have 2 business days. That was yesterday and today. So this is the days where B2B meetings take place. We have seminars that are free to the public, but you must register for the show, right, to come in. For the Saturdays, the consumer day, that's when members of the public, children are allowed, and you come to sample different things, speak to the different exhibitors, see what they're about. Today, in this show, we have over 400 booths. On Saturday, we have a special element this year, known as the TIC One Day, where people come, SMEs in particular, come to sell and showcase their products to the members of the public.
So let's talk a little bit about this year's theme. It's One Vision, Global Connection. Now, how is that reflected throughout the event?
Well, TIC is about trade, right? Making those connections globally and locally, so that we have exhibitors, both foreign and local, that come to the show to have these meetings. The most important thing about TIC is that we have a B2B coordinator that coordinates B2B meetings, business-to-business meetings, with exhibitors and buyers. And it's to generate trade and generate exports, and most importantly, foreign exchange for our country and employment. With the 400 booths, at the opening ceremony, my CEO gave a really good statistics. He said, we have 400 booths. Think about it as every booth employing, costing about $50,000 from employment and everybody putting on. So this is like a $2 million show just in terms of generation of trade, generation of exchange of goods and just employment in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's not in counting contracts that will be signed and exports. That's just locally the exchange that would be generated.
Now, we're having so much conversation this morning about TIC, but tell us, who exactly is TIC designed for? I mean, I hardly believe that anyone is hearing about TIC for the first time, but is it just for businesses, or is there something for everyone here?
There's definitely something for everyone, because while it is primarily a business show on the business days, the point of the consumer day is to have exhibitors given that forum to interact with the public, so that if they want to promote a new brand, if they want to have feedback, it's a really good forum for persons to get feedback on a new product. If it's something you want to launch and that you want to see what the public thinks about it before you go public, to put it on the shelves, that's something that you can use TIC to soft launch in that way before you decide to actually go through your product. It's also good for children to come and see what is locally produced. There are a lot of, we have done tours in Trinidad and Tobago to schools. And when we did that, some kids didn't know what products were made locally. So when we introduced it, they were surprised because of the quality of goods that are produced here in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, the quality of goods that are produced are really for export. Most of them are for export. So we can stand the test of time against any international company and any brand internationally. So I think everyone visiting TIC will pick up a little something that will resonate with them.
Well, I know the convention is well underway, but can people still attend now? And what's the process like if you want to get in?
Well, definitely. Well, we would have had pre-registration, which would have closed on Wednesday at noon, unfortunately, and that would have allowed you to get in for free. However, do not despair, because if you want to attend, you can still come down to TIC halls, but it's a minimal fee of $50 to enter.
Yeah. Now, earlier on, Jonathan spoke about the park and ride system. Tell me a little bit about that. How does the shuttle service work?
Sure, we have a park and ride system with Answer Mobility, and they've partnered with us for many years, and we're grateful for their partnership. We understand traffic is a deterrent to a lot of activity taking place, so we have tried our best to facilitate any sort of park and ride facility that we can. So on all days, we have a park and ride from TGR North Car Park in UE. We have on all days from Constantine Park, very close to here. And that was yesterday, and tomorrow we have it from Namdevco Car Park.
It's very convenient.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, beyond all the exhibitors and all of that, are there any seminars, perhaps maybe demonstrations or any opportunities that people can take advantage of?
Most definitely. If you come down here to the Petria Hall, that is located on the eastern side of the Center of Excellence, you come in, you pass through our registration, and they can direct you to the Petria Hall where all the seminars are taking place. We have seminars running all day today. Unfortunately, none are tomorrow, but the hosts of these seminars are different companies that want to educate the public on different aspects of trade, of their business, of some solutions, just like Amaranth, some solutions that they can offer. And it may be beneficial to public, but as well as any business that is looking to further their business in any way. And you can find the list of the seminars that are taking place at ttme.com/TIC. So you can see what is going on today, and then you can decide which one you want to come down to.
Now, what has the feedback been like about TIC so far? I mean, just one day gone, but I'm pretty sure it was an amazing day. What have you heard so far, maybe from just networking?
Well, thankfully, we've had some great feedback from our businesses that are exhibiting. The businesses that have exhibited have indicated yesterday that we had the right people on the floor, meaning the buyers themselves were there and business was being generated. We had some new exhibitors that were really pleased with the meetings that they got, and we had persons that attended the seminars that were really pleased with the content of the seminars. So for the business days, I think the purpose of TIC is being served to generate business, to have that B2B exchange, because the feedback that we're getting is that is exactly what is being done.
Yeah. What would you say to businesses who did not participate in this year's TIC, but they definitely think that they should?
Well, if you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance, right? So I would encourage everybody to get involved in TIC for next year. Contact us early at the TTMA, book your booth early. But those who want to come down and just see what the show is about, you can come down as a buyer. Again, you can just come down. If you did not pre-register, pay $50 a minimal fee and come in to wet your toes, and so to speak, to see what the show is about. Network with people on the floor. Get feedback from other exhibitors to see if this is something that will be a good fit for you, which I'm sure you would get the feedback that definitely is.
And Kailash, what are you looking forward to most about, the rest of TIC 2026?
I love to hear the feedback from the exhibitors because we take the feedback very seriously to see how we can do better every year, how we can plan better, how we can improve their experience, and how we can continue to generate business on the floors.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being here with us, Kailash Jaikaran, Team Lead Marketing at the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association. We'll definitely see you a little bit later on today.
Great. Thank you.
Don't forget, TTT Limited is actually going to be at booth 256. So you can check us out there. We'll all be there, all your favorite personalities, and you get to interact with us, and we get to meet you. Well, so much has been happening at TIC, and we want to show you a little bit of that right about now.
Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism Satyakama Maharaj said this year's Trade and Investment Convention showcases the growing strength of Trinidad and Tobago's manufacturing sector. He added that local companies are raising their standards in using technology and innovation to stay competitive in an evolving global economy. The minister maintained manufacturers should receive greater priority when it comes to accessing foreign exchange, arguing that supporting local production creates more value for the economy than imports.
I am going to encourage the commercial banks to also give local manufacturers preferential access to forex over importers, because the manufacturers create economic value far more than importing.
Minister Maharaj also pointed to increasing participation in overseas trade missions as a sign that more local businesses are pursuing export opportunities and expanding into new markets.
Last trade mission to Guyana and Suriname had 64 people. All right, you used to struggle to get 20 before. Now they're flooding it. They went to India with a group of people. Right? Business confidence is growing, and I think it speaks very well for our non-oil manufacturing sector in the country.
He said the strong response from manufacturers and growing interest in international markets reflect rising confidence in Trinidad and Tobago's non-energy sector and its potential for continued export-led growth. Faith Chariot, TTT News.
TIC is a multi-sectoral business-to-business trade show and really bringing together manufacturers, exporters, buyers, investors, and service providers. So many opportunities in TIC 2026. Well, we have more for you from this.
Trade, Investment and Tourism Satyakama Maharaj says government is pursuing several initiatives aimed at creating greater market access for local manufacturers and exporters. Speaking at the opening ceremony of the TTMA's 2026 Trade and Investment Convention, he outlined efforts to strengthen Trinidad and Tobago's commercial ties beyond traditional markets.
Why we have strengthened commercial relationships throughout CARICOM, Latin America, Mercosur, Ghana, and the wider West African market. For manufacturers, these are not simply new destinations on the map. They are new customers, new distributors, new investment partners, and new opportunities for growth.
Minister Maharaj said Ghana is a key part of the country's trade strategy, serving as a gateway to a much larger African market.
Ghana, in particular, is more than another export destination. It is our commercial gateway to ECOWAS, West Africa, a market of more than 420 million consumers, and a bridge to one of the world's fastest growing economic regions.
The Economic Community of West African States is a 15-member regional bloc focused on promoting economic integration, trade, and cooperation across West Africa. Minister Maharaj said the government's long-term objective is to position Trinidad and Tobago as a strategic link between multiple regions.
Our vision is clear: to position Trinidad and Tobago as the natural commercial gateway between the Caribbean, Africa, and the emerging markets of the East, creating new opportunities for trade, investment, and tourism.
The TTMA's Trade and Investment Convention 2026 runs from July 9th to 11th at the Center of Excellence in Macoya, bringing together business leaders, investors, and trade representatives from local and international markets.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel, and I never regretted it.
Unleash your imagination with TTT's terrific Toon Time. Join us as we stop evil geniuses from taking over the world from Super Z, or hop on board for a journey into outer space with Galaxy Kids. Be a part of our quest to save the forests alongside our robot pals from Bugs Bot Ignition, or let's go exploring with Duda and Dada. Catch terrific Toon Time weekdays at 4:15 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. It's fun-filled adventure with terrific Toon Time right here on TTT.
I just wish that I could meet someone who understands me.
She's beautiful. Thinking about inviting her home for Christmas.
Christmas where?
South Carolina.
That's exciting. If you win the mom, you win the man. You need to do the laugh. The laugh? Take notes.
What is it?
Slow down, bro. You're moving too fast.
You just have to learn how to enjoy life.
Seeing you and your family together makes me wish I had that in my life.
Yeah.
Good morning. This is your TDT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism Satyakama Maharaj says investor confidence in Trinidad and Tobago remains strong, despite recent concerns surrounding Nestlé's restructuring, stressing that the country must continue pursuing economic diversification. Speaking at the Trade and Investment Convention, Minister Maharaj said businesses across various sectors are looking to expand beyond traditional industries. He added that government remains committed to strengthening local industries as key drivers of growth.
I think investor confidence has gone through the roof. People I speak to, everybody is seeking to expand. Everybody understands that the days of relying on one industry are over. The whole world has come to that realization. And everybody realized that we do have a diversified economy. We used to manufacture everything here at one point. We have to go back to that. And we have to protect our local manufacturers, our local farmers, our local service providers.
Responding to questions about the impact of Nestlé's decision to restructure parts of its operations and its implications for local farmers, Minister Maharaj said the development should be viewed as an opportunity for local entrepreneurs and investors to step in and grow the sector.
Nestlé is restructuring their business and focusing in other areas, but they're not closing on anything. They are selling it. And hoping that our local entrepreneurs and business people will step up and fill that gap.
In other news, the government of Trinidad and Tobago has successfully raised US $800 million through a sovereign bond issue on the United States market, marking one of the country's strongest performances in international capital markets. The bond issued on July 9th was oversubscribed by approximately 400%, the highest level of investor demand since Trinidad and Tobago's first benchmark size bond was launched in 2013. Government says the notes were priced with a 6.2% coupon and achieved a rare negative new issue concession, meaning investors required no additional incentive to participate in the offer. More than 150 investors from the United States, United Kingdom, Europe, and the Caribbean took part in the transaction. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku said the outcome reflects growing confidence in the country's economic direction, noting that Trinidad and Tobago secured a lower interest rate and more favorable terms than a similar bond issue in 2024, despite a more volatile global financial environment. In some crime news now, police in central Trinidad have arrested a man and his girlfriend after finding a gun hidden inside a gaming console. On Wednesday, officers from the Central Division Gang Unit, acting on intelligence, conducted inquiries which led to the identification of a house at Tasker Avenue, Cashew Gardens, Londonville. The officers, acting under Section 12 of the Emergency Powers Regulations 2026, conducted a search where they noticed a black PlayStation gaming console which felt unusually heavy when lifted. Officers discovered a black and chrome Smith & Wesson pistol fitted with a magazine containing 9 rounds of .40 caliber ammunition hidden inside. As a result, a 48-year-old man in the house and his Latin American girlfriend were arrested and remain in police custody as investigations continue. In sport, Trinidad and Tobago will be playing for promotion in the 2026 Davis Cup after defeating Honduras 3-0 overall in the America's 4th Division on Thursday. Cameron McIntosh Ross began his Group A singles match with a close 6-4 victory in his first set against Cesar Coloma of Honduras. The TNT player then found more joy in set number 2, winning with an even more comfortable score of 6-1. Also on the clay surface in singles action saw Dylan Beckles overcome Guillermo Benaton, taking both sets with 6-3 and 6-1 victories. And rounding up the day for TNT was a doubles victory for Cale Costa and Akil Duke over Honduras, winning their 2 sets 6-3 and 6-love. And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Have a good morning.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
Carl, by the way, did that wish ever come true?
No, not yet. But fingers still crossed.
You're in love with me?
Yes, I'm in love with you. How do you not see that?
Did I do something wrong?
You just kissed me and changed my life.
I should have known that you were that woman in the elevator.
What about Millie?
I'm not under her spell. I'm under yours.
We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. We serve a mighty God, mighty, 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 mighty. Oh, God is mighty, oh, on him I heal sickness in my body. Life. Some believe in Christmas, but don't believe in Jesus Christ. He came for you, and he came for I. Yes, he was born to die.
Come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
I'm Renee Sion with another edition of Caribbean Week in Review.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Trinidad and Tobago Today on TTT, broadcasting live from TIC Trade and Investment Convention 2026, all being hosted by the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association. And we've been speaking with all our guests this morning about everything that's happening here, why businesses should actually aim to be a part of TIC, and the value that it brings to local manufacturers, companies, investors, even buyers. So much happening under one roof, more than 400 local and regional and international exhibitors in one place here at the Center of Excellence. Well, this morning it is an esteemed honor to have a very special gentleman with us on set. Now, you may know him from being behind the scenes and ensuring that everything flows smoothly, but this morning we have dragged him in front of the camera and he's here with us. Mr. Vishnu Balrup is the Chief Executive Officer of the Balrup Group, a Trinidad and Tobago-based technology company that provides innovative digital IT business solutions to organizations across the region. They're a long-standing company and also a long-standing sponsor of TIC. Mr. Balrup, good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being here. I know this was a hard one for you to be on camera, but we are so appreciative, and we look forward to sharing in the wealth of knowledge that you have this morning. Now, let's start here. The Balrup Group has been a sponsor of TIC for quite many years. What has motivated your continued support of this convention?
From the start, we have been providing technical support for TIC for like over 20, 25 years. Just as a basic, simple contractor. But then being there every year, when you see who's coming to TIC, the people taking part, the attendees, the visitors taking part, it's like what we talk about market repositioning or market positioning. It's like where you want to be. And at TIC is exactly where we want to be because of the buyers, exhibitors, that kind of thing. So we became a sponsor in 2014, right? So we're here pretty long as a main sponsor.
Yeah.
And just to add to your opening statement, our company is not so old. This September will make us 74 years. Just to add that correction, not correction, but just to let you know.
Yeah.
Right? But in a nutshell, TIC is a place where you can show your technologies, create opportunities for business as well, right? And it is the place to be, technically the place to be. And then you mentioned earlier on that multi-sectorial TTMA, TIC. And because of who we are as a group, it's 5 companies.
Right.
And you try to fit that sector into that multi-sectorial that you talked about earlier on, I heard you before.
Yeah.
So it's what we do, and that is why we want to be a sponsor. And we have been a sponsor because it simply puts us in that position in the corporate market, the professional market, the industry, as to where you want to be. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about the group now. What services do you provide?
Okay, so the oldest company in the group is, of course, Balrup Sound Systems, which I guess everybody knows. Who doesn't know, well, not a problem, fine. And then you have Vistrack Limited, which is in the digital signage, wayfinding systems, and this is what the world is about right now. It's about we move information. That's what we do. So it's no longer sound system business, but we move information. Simple as that. And with businesses now, they need the support, the equipment, conferences, live streaming. You walk into an airport, you have wayfinding systems, how to get there from point A to point B. You want networking done. All that kind of stuff, and that's what we're into. So we have evolved from just simply, like I said, a basic sound system business since my father's days, and now you have the other companies really want. Because if you need to grow, that's what you have to do.
Yeah. And Mr. Balrup, what are some of the biggest challenges facing SMEs today?
I think one of the basic challenges, maybe not SMEs, but okay, we talk about SMEs, if I safely may, is getting Forex. Because again, everything we do, you have to get Forex. There's nothing that we do, we supply, that is made in Trinidad. It might sound kind of strange, but up to talking technical, up to masking tape, you have to import masking, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So that's what the only challenge we have in terms of getting Forex, because business, you get in business, companies want touch screens, they want a smart board, a conference room outfitted, and everything you have to import.
Mhm.
So that's only one I could mention
Yes,
safely.
Mhm.
That I hope someone is listening to could lend some assistance in the Forex part of it.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago continues to position itself as a regional manufacturing and also an export hub. And I know that you also participated in the TTMA trade mission to India. So what were some of the key takeaways from that experience? How was that for you?
How long do I have to answer that question? 1 minute?
You have as much time as you'd like.
Can I get half hour?
I could ask my director that, you know.
Director, yeah. I'll tell you, TTMA is amazing, right? It's the place that, I couldn't understand why this trade mission to India. So I was prompted and pushed by Mr. Ramdeen, Dr. Ramdeen, hey, Vish, let's go. And I'll tell you, going to India was my first visit to India. The opportunities in India, it is endless. And when I tell you endless, that's the first world. And we down in the Caribbean, yes, we're doing pretty good in the Caribbean. But TTMA taking us to India, it is amazing. The opportunities that you could do, like we had meetings in India with the Delhi Chamber, the Mumbai Chamber, World Trade Center, where we signed some MOUs as well. And most of the businesses there, when we sat at the table, so they asked us, asked me, so what are you into? And I told them, I said, not what I'm into, it's what I'm going to get into. That was my tagline in India, because you're looking for new opportunities, new partnerships, and again, new business. And I'll tell anybody, right, the business opportunities on that trade mission was amazing. The possibilities is beyond, but it was a good mission. And again, I would like to extend that extra thanks to TTMA. And I think TIC goes hand in hand, because for TIC here, it's the Caribbean businesses taking part here. But us going out to India is a whole bigger picture, right? As to what you could do, seeing what the world really has to offer, and what we do here is, that word relative was really, really relative.
Yeah.
When they say big and we say big, but it was good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you've been a part of TIC. You've witnessed the growth of businesses who probably started here at TIC. And what have you learned about the value of TIC over the years? And I know that you're in touch with a lot of businesses, and you network a lot. So I'm pretty sure you get the feedback.
Yeah, well, like I said, we cater for the corporate market. 75% of our business is the corporate market. And working with TIC, sitting on their planning team as well, every year we talk about next year. So like this year, we will walk around, see what's happening for this year, and then start a plan from Monday morning, what's going to happen for TIC next year.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot that we do that the average person doesn't know what happens behind the scenes for TIC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. Give us a little something into how do you prepare to set up for what you do here at TIC.
Okay, so like what I did yesterday, right? I just simply walked the floor. And looking at, from a technical end, traffic flow, the entrances, the main entrance, that flow to ensure when customers, people, visitors come here, they're comfortable. So you don't want to hear complaint that the entrance was blocked. They had to wait too long at the counter to get a band or get a badge.
So logistics.
Logistics is what I'm into as well. And that's very important for events like this, because I'll tell you, last year we moved over, I think, if I'm correct, about 25,000 people.
Wow.
In 3 days.
Wow.
But yeah, so hence, same thing. we have as Kayla said, we have the park and ride.
Yeah.
So parking is a lot easier now, right? But like I tell you, and I'm hoping that this year we're going to be moving more than 25,000 people.
Yeah, well, this year is bigger and better, or the
Well,
biggest
we
so
have
far.
more, yeah. This year I think is the biggest we've ever had.
It's over 400 exhibitors. And that's quite
That's a lot.
a lot. Yeah. And you're seeing different types of businesses, different sizes of businesses. Just did a walkthrough on the phone. I really don't think I could have covered all of it.
But that is why, like I tell you, is when I saw what's happening with TIC is that we had to be here, and you have to be here because that's what is like taking your business where it is supposed to be, right? And you have an avenue with 400 exhibitors. I mean, who will not want to be here? You know?
Mr. Ballard, what would you say to businesses who have not yet been a part of TIC? Why should they, just try to get in on all of this, maybe for next year?
On Monday morning, call TTM and make a booking. Again, it's never too late. You know, any business is never too late, right? Even with us as well, it's never too late. And, nothing happens before its time as well. Hence, like I tell you, we have grown from what my father used to do and all the amount of technologies now, smart systems, interactive systems, touch screens. And a lot of people want to feel, when they come from the US or any other part of the world, they get that same technical support.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Ballard, I know many people are looking on this morning and they really do look up to you as well. And you have been a big part of the business community here in Trinidad and Tobago and the region for quite some time. What has been, what are your biggest lessons, the things that you've learned over the years, and or maybe your challenges, and how did you overcome those to be where you are today?
That's a pretty simple one. It's just simply be humble, be polite, and that's it.
Yeah. And what about the challenges you faced in building your business?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like I said, it takes so much, right? And in any business, it's easy to get to the top, but it is 10 times harder to remain at the top. So a lot of companies grow, and they get up on top, right? But to keep that business on top is where that drive has to be most important in terms of technical training, staff and that kind of thing. That's important. And then from one company, it kind of spilled off to the other businesses, like from Bad Groups went to Vistrac, then Vistrac went to PowerMac. PowerMac is into generators, lighting towers, all that sort of construction equipment and that kind of thing. And that's how you look at it.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to a small business owner or someone just looking on this morning and they look up to you and they're looking for inspiration as to why they should continue to pursue that dream and create an empire as well?
Yesterday, walking the floor, I met a girl at a booth, and she's into making local stuff like patties and veggie burgers and that kind of thing. And she started like about 4 years ago. And talking, she said that, sometimes I get tired and, want to give up. So then I told her, I said, but, why you want to give up for? Because it's only 4 years and, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
So then I gave her the story of my father, what he did in 1952. I said he bought the first PA system with $500.
Wow.
And he didn't give up. And you don't give up.
Never give up.
Yeah, and we had a nice conversation. And when I'm done, she said, I'm happy that we spoke. Right? I said, so are you going to give up now? She said, no.
I love that.
Yeah.
Profound words from Mr. Vishnu Balrup this morning. Some inspiration for you coming from TIC 2026. Never give up. Are you going to give up? Well, I really hope that you don't. Some Friday morning inspiration for you. Thank you very much, Mr. Balrup, for being here. We look forward to, just seeing how all the logistics that you've put forward for TIC, unfold for the next day and, well, it's 2 days. It's today and tomorrow. The time now, 7:23. Today's date, the 10th of July, 2026. Time is really flying. Also, did you know that we celebrate 6-month anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago today on Sunday? So also a very happy 6-month anniversary to my entire crew, without whom none of this would be possible. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm glad that we're here to celebrate at TIC. We get ready to take a short break, and when we come back, there's so much more for you.
Get ready for the biggest business-to-business event of the year, the Trade and Investment Convention, happening on July 9th to July 11th at the Center of Excellence, Macoya. Doors open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on business days, 9th and 10th July, and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Consumer Day, Saturday, 11th July. Dress code in effect for business days. Park and ride available from Constantine Park and UB TGR North Car Park all days. And NAMDEFCO, July 9th to July 11th, sponsored by the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism, Exim Bank, Balroops Group, Robust Security Network Limited, and Lullaby Group.
Every client deserves expertise, integrity, and guidance they can trust. At Camino Realty International, we deliver integrated real estate solutions, sales, rentals, property management, and project development. Driven by excellence, transparency, and innovation, we protect value, create opportunity, and build lasting success. Because real estate isn't just about buildings. For more information on our services, log on to CaminoRealty.com or follow us on social media at Camino Realty TT. Camino Realty International, elevating lives one property at a time.
I know it sounds romantic to leave everything behind to bake bread and muffins, but this isn't us. We haven't worked here in 20 years.
I'm from the Great National Trust Bank. Is there somewhere we could talk?
2 weeks.
That gives you until the 24th.
But I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Have you thought about entering the Grand Prix?
The what?
The dessert Grand Prix.
I love that show.
We can save the bakery and we can save Mom's house.
Welcome to day 1 of Chef Paulo's Dessert Grand Prix Christmas Special. This is your 2-minute warning, chefs.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. This isn't just some game for bored housewives. This is baking, and you're rolling with the big boys now.
There are a number of risk factors for heart disease, so a lot of attention has to be put towards preventive cardiology. What can we do to reduce the burden due to all these risk factors? Hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, we need to stop cigarette smoking, you gotta get people exercising.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago Today, broadcasting live from TIC 2026. Now, our next guest has been working hard behind the scenes to ensure that this all comes together. We have the TTMA Marketing Officer and Events Coordinator, Miss Brittany Ramdane. Good morning, Brittany.
Hi, good morning.
Now, tell us a little bit about your role with the TTMA. I know that's going to be a lot.
Yes. I've been with the TTMA for over 10 years. I present in every event. I help with marketing of selling events, and TIC is one of our biggest events that we host every year. So I'm very, very heavily involved in the prep of TIC. Right after we are done with this TIC, we already start planning for next year's TIC, which will be in July again.
Yeah.
So you can look out for that. We will have early bird registration going on, so you can get discounts for next year.
Yeah.
So anyone that wants to register for next year, you can come down to the show. You can reach out to us next week, and you can sign up.
Now, what is one thing everyone should know about TIC?
I will definitely say that there are some misconceptions because in speaking to people over the years, I have come to the understanding that people think it's just for business, but it is possible that anyone can attend the show, anyone can exhibit. You have a product, you have a service, you're now starting your company. It's a great space for you to come and get a feel of the feedback you'll get from potential customers, and you can, as Kailash would have mentioned earlier, soft launch your service, your products, and see who's interested.
Now, I know that TIC, from speaking to all the guests this morning, have been telling us how much it has grown. This is, I believe, the largest so far. So how have you seen the convention evolve into one of the Caribbean's premier trade events?
Well, I would say I've been working at least part-time since I started doing TIC over 10 years ago, when it was still at Hyatt. And then we moved here because we outgrew the space, and it has been snowballing into such a huge show that we are running out of space every year.
So where do we go next?
No idea.
Now, we have a theme for this year. It's One Vision, Global Connection. So what does that theme really represent now for the TTME and the wider business community?
Well, it's our hope that we can help connect Trinidad and Tobago with the rest of the world so we can get our business out there, we can get our products, we can showcase on a global stage.
And, you know, a lot of local manufacturers and small entrepreneurs starting up, I'm hoping that they're seeing the value of TIC. So you're seeing more and more businesses coming on. Now, what would you say to those who haven't signed up yet for TIC?
I think that is definitely worthwhile. If you're unsure, you can come down today, tomorrow. You can,
and you can still get in.
Yes. If you haven't registered already, you just pay a minimal fee at the door, $50, and you get to enter. You can see what's on display. You can ask questions. You can attend the seminars and see. You can learn. We have a plethora of different sectors, and anything that you want to learn, this is the best place to come and find out.
It's definitely a worthwhile investment.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, a small fee of $50. Yeah. So there's a park and ride system that I want you to tell me a little bit about.
Yes, so we have been partnering with Answer Mobility for quite a few years, and they are doing a park and ride for us. It's available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and they run on a 15-minute schedule. So you can park at UE TGR North or Constantine Park, and they will shuttle you across. Tomorrow you can park at Namdevco, and they'll bring you.
Yeah, so it's easy. You don't even have to worry about parking.
No.
Now, there's a lot of different types of businesses here. And I'm pretty sure you've been able to walk through and you know the businesses that are here. Give us a little idea of the types of businesses that we can see here at TIC 2026.
Definitely. Our biggest sector has always been the food and beverage sector.
Really?
Yes, there's a lot on display, but we also have a lot of construction companies this year. We have technology. We have a lot of the printing and packaging this year as well, and a lot of the mom and pop type companies, beauty, healthcare, jewelry on display. So you can come on down and check it out.
Yeah. And, you know, for someone doing this for the first time, what advice would you give them now to help them maximize the opportunities available at TIC?
I would say definitely be engaging. Anytime anyone even looks slightly interested in what you're doing, talk to them, invite them into your booth, have impromptu meetings with them. You never know what could happen.
Yeah. Now, being involved in all of this, Brittany, what's your vision for the future of TIC? What would you like to see it become or continue to become?
I would hope that we could continue to grow and have a lot more exhibits on display, because I know it's a great way for everyone to see what's available in Trinidad and Tobago, and also to get it on an international stage.
And what are you looking forward to most over today and tomorrow?
I think I'm looking forward the most to seeing the amount of crowd that we'll have.
Yeah. Now, you said you can actually attend. You can come to the door and pay that. Is there anywhere that you can get information? Anyone can get information about this before coming?
On the TIC or TTMA social media pages, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, there's all the information for the park and ride, how much it costs, how much it costs at the door, And you just register when you come, and they'll give you your pass to get in.
Well, finally, before we go, what would you say to anyone who's still deciding whether, they want to visit the convention over the next day and, 2 days?
Well, I'd say if you're unsure of what TIC is, this is the best time for you to come and learn, and anything that you want to find out how you want to exhibit for next year, this is the best time to come, and you'll get all the information you need.
Yeah. What's been your favorite part of TIC?
I think my favorite part is touring the floors with the ministers.
Yeah.
Because I like to see how excited they get at what's on display.
Yeah, actually, we had some clips of that. We saw Minister Satyakama Maharaj.
Yes, he was here all day yesterday.
Yeah, earlier on, we showed a video of that, and he looked so happy. I saw he was drinking coffee from the guy with the mobile coffee.
Yeah.
That is so cool as well. I also saw donuts
The
right
bombs,
down
yeah.
and that's amazing. We're also here at booth 256, so that is definitely something to look forward to. Well, we cannot wait to just explore more on the floor with you, Brittany. Maybe we should take a walk with you a little later on, because I feel like you're the best one to take us around. You know where all the cool spots are.
I do.
So it's over 400 exhibitors.
Over 400.
I still can't believe that everyone is fitting into this space. I can't believe so many people are here.
We work magic every year.
It is definitely magic. It's really like a little maze, but it's every corner that you turn into.
Yeah.
There's something special, and I think we, the local and the small entrepreneurs, you said the mom and pops. I'm really impressed with that, and I love the fact that they, that they take that leap of faith and they try to do something for their business.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very, very much, Brittany, for being here with me this morning. We know that you're busy and you have a lot to accomplish today and tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you a little bit later on.
Thank you.
All right. So as we said, we are here at booth 256. That's TTT Media Limited. We are broadcasting live from TIC 2026. Also, just a side note, if you are, heating up that football action these days, I think everyone's speaking about it. I'm pretty sure in this room, everyone is going to be buzzing about the finals. We have a final viewing party for you, and that's taking place next week. You can find all the information on our social media pages at TTT Media Limited. Also, if you want to be a part of our show, all you have to do is send us an email at tttoday@ttt.co.tt, and you can be a part of the conversation that's shaping our nation. Also, this and much more you can see at TTT Live Online and at TNT Today Show. Head across to those pages, and there you will see our social media channels where we post everything for you. Once again, if you want to be a part of the show, just like we're doing here at TIC, send us an email at tttoday@ttt.co.tt. We take a break and come back.
The 2026 Trade and Investment Convention is bringing together manufacturers, entrepreneurs, and key stakeholders from across the region. Despite ongoing economic challenges, TTMA President Emil Ramkinson said, with 411 exhibitors, the convention remains a vital platform for businesses to build sales, expand export markets, and create new opportunities.
Given the concerns, manufacturers and business people know how to navigate. I wouldn't say we are custom navigating. Given the outlook of TIC, I guess when you have concerns in the business sector, you use every opportunity to get your products, to build sales, to build export markets, to network, and that is why TIC exists. That is why we have been doing this since 1999. This is our 27th installment. So I would say that the concerns are still concerning, but we have to pivot as the business community.
The Tobago House of Assembly is also making a major impact with its largest pavilion at the convention. Secretary of Finance Bethel Ann Roberts said, while only a limited number of entrepreneurs could be sponsored, many Tobago businesses are now participating independently as they seek opportunities to export, scale up, and grow.
We have so many more entrepreneurs in Tobago, but we can only have so much space here. We also have entrepreneurs who Tobago House of Assembly have not sponsored. So they used to be sponsored in the past, and they are now here on their own. And I'm very proud of what they have been doing, but we are just here to showcase what we have to offer and to leverage on the opportunities for export, for scaling up, and for growth.
Among the exhibitors was Quartz Optical, showcasing its mobile eye care services. Company representatives said they can bring comprehensive eye examinations directly to workplaces, making quality eye care more accessible for businesses and their employees.
What it is really want to show with the use of our team, including our optometrists, is to show the business community of the accessibility and the availability of doing business with us. Meaning, on site, you would see we don't just have our autorefractors, we actually show in persons of the actual setup we could come to your location and do. So it's really a 360. We want to send home to different persons. We could actually come to your business, do an eye exam, full comprehensive, and also be able to close sales with you.
Day 1 and Day 2 of TIC is dedicated to buyers and business networking, while Day 3 opens the convention to consumers to explore products and services on display. Faith Chariot, TTT News.
वेंटीना
हाँ वेंटीना पे
चल बोल डाल
शाबाश 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 आएगा आएगा आएगा
पानी
बस
I'm Jamila Bannister, host of the Socially Safe podcast, the new TTPS podcast where we share real stories, teach real lessons, and create real impact. From online safety and youth crime to community policing and personal responsibility, we go beyond the headlines and talk about what's happening in our communities with the officers and experts who are on the front lines. Because safety starts with awareness, conversation, and action. Tune in to the Socially Safe podcast on the TTPS YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Don't miss it.
Watch on TTT, Mondays 6 p.m., Tuesdays 1:10 p.m.
I'm 17. I have a rare type of cancer called myelodysplastic syndrome. I'm dying.
There has to be something else that we can do before we find a donor. She needs a transplant now.
Dear God, I know you work in mysterious ways, but I pray that this time it's not so mysterious.
I'm Sean. I mean, people survive cancer all the time. I just don't understand why you think you can't be one of them.
You're gonna save her, you know.
What?
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Live from TIC 2026 Trinidad and Tobago today. We are streaming live on Facebook and at YouTube as well. And we really appreciate you being here with us every single day, Monday to Friday, 6 to 8. And sometimes we get to do really cool things like this and get to be on the ground with some amazing people. Well, to help us wrap up today's show, we have a very special guest on set. His name, Akua Lee, the managing director and co-founder of Musical Instruments of Trinidad and Tobago Company Limited. That's MITCO. I'm pretty sure you know all about them. But they're a company focused on manufacturing and global export of Trinidad and Tobago's national instrument, the steel pan. And he's also a musician, a conductor, and a cultural entrepreneur. And he was also the former artistic director and conductor of the National Steel Symphony Orchestra of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, MITCO is participating in TIC 2026, and they're a local manufacturer showcasing our ability to transform cultural heritage into an exportable product. And he's with me this morning. Hello, Akua. How are you?
I'm excellent. Good morning.
So tell us a little bit about MITCO's presence at TIC and what are you showcasing this year?
Well, this is our second time coming to TIC as an exhibitor. We are showcasing our instruments, and it's not just the instrument, but the ecosystem alongside the instrument. Because we have music education, we have an ensemble that performs, we have great artisans who bring the product from a raw drum all the way to the finished product. Wow. So there's that ideal of what pan could do, not just as a musical instrument, but also as an educational tool, social impact in terms of carrying it to communities that may be undeserved or underserved, and bring that certain level of expertise and good repute to those spaces. So MITCO has a lot of diverse things as well that we tend to look towards in the future, and it's just to have the conversations with the possible customers or even collaborators.
And tell me about your role at MITCO.
As the managing director, well, as you said, co-founder, is a vision that came in 2018 to create an ecosystem around our national musical instruments. You know, as you said, it's not just about the cultural heritage, but how can persons who devote their lives towards this instrument survive by the instrument? What's the business behind pan? You know, how can pan show up in spaces where it has never been before? Putting pans in schools around the world. So as you talk about an exportable product. So that's the excitement that came. My role is really to keep that vision alive and show that it is possible.
Yeah.
Show that it's possible.
Well, you're a company built around the manufacturing of the steel pan, which is a great feat in itself. What does it mean now to bring this uniquely Trinidad and Tobago product to a major trade platform like TIC?
Well, TIC for sure. Well, we did a few trade missions with TTMA, and definitely supported and powered by HATCO. That's our big brother. We really need that type of energy as a new business. So what TTMA did for us is to be able to produce or showcase our product in a professional way in new markets. So, I mean, we'd been to India. India was fantastic. That's a huge market that, you know, we were able to at least showcase the possibilities of pan in schools there. Yet to have any type of real traction, but definitely looking at that market as a possibility. And what TIC did is bring that same type of energy to Trinidad. So we definitely said, you know, we were going to take out some boots. I'm actually here with two other companies, Hardcore Experiences and Creamery. We all showcasing in the same space. And really to give that local, because we have local and international businesses and personnels at this event. The event is huge. I think having a spot with among the 400 other businesses is a significant feat for us as well. And so far, so good.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Well, you know, many people know the steel pan as a cultural symbol of Trinidad and Tobago, but MITCO is now approaching it from a very different perspective, a manufacturing and export perspective. Why is that important?
I mean, if we don't safeguard the tradition behind our instrument, because manufacturing is not just look at the business sense, but it's also preserving the heritage. Because pan was something that was invented by Trinbagonians. It is the only family of acoustic instruments invented in the 20th century. And preserving that skill was important for us. That was the first reason that we said, you know, we need to set up a professional space that entices the youth to see steel pan manufacturing as a career, where you could now go and have be an OJT and learn the craft. Because, I mean, back in the day, the manufacturers back then, they never really had the opportunity to share. Some actually was very protective of that sharing of that skill set. And we have a few guys who really, really do that pretty well. And we need to see and preserve the youth to see how this manufacturing unfolds for them to be able to learn that talent. Because with all the manufacturing, as much as we play pan, with all the manufacturers, with all the tuners, with all the groovers, with all the builders, pan will soon be, come extinct. So it was really from a perspective of safeguarding the heritage, putting the instrument in a space where learning is possible. We're passing on from a product systematic unfolding from sinking, then to learn how to groove, then to learn how to draft and mark and tune, polish. All these different things are different specializations alongside the manufacturing of pan. So we see our business as a campus as well. Not just a manufacturing space, but a campus for learning and also for showcasing what are the possibilities for careers in the future.
Yeah. Now, I want to go back to those trade missions that we were talking about a little earlier on. Tell me about those and how valuable have these missions really been for expanding business opportunities for Midco?
Like for Guyana, instance, we have been in Guyana for 4 years, getting small sales on the ground, working with bands and individuals. But this year when I went with the TTME, just the ideal of, you have a cocktail event where you're able to invite your customers to that space, hear ministers talk, hear the chamber leads talk, have our own professionals in Trinidad talk, the leader of our chamber and TTME. That type of entrance into our market is much different than someone going in as an individual. So Guyana and Suriname was really significant. Those markets are now becoming very stimulated with their new find of oil and those type of things, and coming in as a professional business and showing them, okay, this is a way of collaborating with what we authentically do in Trinidad and what the pan do on the Trinidad market. How can that impact their spaces? So TTMA gave us that platform and that ability to talk to the right people, the decision makers, the person who have influence, to be able to at least take the opportunity or take the chance to collaborate with a business like ours.
Now, when introducing the steel pan internationally, what has been the response from the potential buyers and partners?
Like, I'll go back to India, who really doesn't know a lot about our instrument, and we were at the bus, and one of the trade missioners was saying, play the national anthem of India, that would be a good point to at least let them know what the possibilities are. And I did start the national anthem, the entire mission stand up, and it was like an awe moment where they recognized their own national song through an instrument that they never saw before. So I think that is the power of the instrument. You also saw, talking specifically about pan represented everyone who was in attendance as well, all the Trinbagonians. We all could identify that this is part of us. So the response has been magical. To turn it into business is what we have to now realize, but persons were surprised to see that this instrument is not electronic. There's nothing plugged into the pan. It's all acoustic. It could play things that they could identify and things that they can't identify. The sound is very, if you know of that part of the world, the metallic, the pentatonic type scales, the meditation type things. So it really resonated with the culture. And then our community as well, we are very highly, Afro and Indio community. So we have done so much collaborations already. It's just to show those possibilities in the main spaces, you know. So far, so good, as I said, is now to turn those magical moments into business.
Now, I understand that there is a Midco Day.
Yes, yes.
So how did you get an entire day for yourself? And when is this?
That is a good question. What happened was in 2022, we launched our business on August 11th. August 11th is World Steel Pan Day. That's the big day. So that's really when our anniversary comes around. But that day has grown way beyond Midco. It has a huge presentation in the square with Pan Trinbago and the ministry. So instead of competing with World Steel Pan Day, we took the 29th. We still want to have an anniversary celebration, so we changed the 11th, which is really the day of our anniversary, and started on August the 29th as Midco Day. That idea actually came from the northern region. Beverly Ramsey Moore being in Central Region, but Desiree Myers being the chairman of the Northern Region came with that idea to us. Let's have a Midco Day on the 29th where we bring the northern bands and the school bands to celebrate the national musical instruments. So that's how that day came about. Thanks to Desiree Myers from the Northern Region, Pan Trinbago.
So what can we look forward to on this Midco Day?
Usually we carry the theme, there's a careers in pan. Last year we had the police force, we had the TTDF, we had the fire services, all having steel bands at a working level. So persons could see, okay, at the end of your career at UTT or your education at UTT or UE, you could look for a job in those military or national security spaces to play the national instrument. We also had National University of Trinidad and Tobago, and we also pinpointed NSSO as a possible space of work. So that was the theme last year. This year, we haven't come up with a theme. We still have to have a conversation. However, we are looking at the youth in PAN. We have a lot of community bands that started their youth sides, and they are doing pretty well. So you want to give them a platform to be able to showcase that. The Midco Days have free tours around the factory. We have a lot of giveaways. We partner with Creamery for that and other fresh juices and all these other merchandisers and businesses to give that sort of energy in the space. The Midco Ensemble performs to be able to showcase what we have been doing on the musical side of things. So it's a really exciting time. We have hundreds of persons coming in on scheduled times for tours, and we have interviews with prominent persons in the industry. So it's a nice platform, almost like a TIC platform for PAN, but a much smaller scale, and that type of energy has been in space.
Speaking of TIC, how's that been going for you?
So far, so good. I mean, Kai, musician who's in the booth with us, is drawing a lot of crowd, a lot of attention.
Live music?
Live music on the spot. We were stimulating our other booths, Creamery, and we have Hardcore Experiences there, and our fringes as well, because as you said, it's very tight. So far, no one is asking us to stop play, so I think it's impacting all the spaces around
ambiance.
us. Yes.
Yeah, you know, that's beautiful.
Yes,
I love that.
Yes.
So, for young entrepreneurs and manufacturers who are looking to turn, I don't know, maybe a small idea, something that they have in their head, into a global business, from your expertise now, what advice would you share?
It's a lot of work. I mean, this is my first stint of business of this magnitude. And I always say thanks to John, Robert, and Joe, and the Hardcore team for believing in the dream, you know. We are yet to break through the way we want to, but we are definitely persevering in that space. I say hold on to your dream. No one will believe in your dream more than you. So if there's a possibility of collaboration, you maintain what you saw. But if what you saw is not what you're seeing now, keep moving, keep persevering, don't give up until it is realized.
I love that. Now, finally, tell me, what's your vision for the future of Midco and taking Stepan even further onto the world stage?
Definitely breaking through to these foreign markets. We are looking closely at those 4 markets that we just came back from: India, Guyana, Suriname, and St. Lucia. I think the possibilities are right there. I always see it as, you know, there's this vision of one phone call. One phone call. There's one phone call you need, someone saying, we believe and we want to test this whole philosophy that you're carrying, this ideal of panning schools and panning communities. Because let's say, for instance, like Ghana is a trip coming up. Let's say Africa, with over 30,000 schools.
Right.
And someone had magically say, okay, we want 100 schools to have these pans, or 500 schools to have these pans. This will keep us busy for over 5 years.
So much
to
do.
There's a lot.
Still so much to talk about. So maybe we
do.
should have you back on the show. But this is where I say thank you very much, Akua, for being here and spending some extra time with me this morning. We are live at TIC 2026. This is where we say thank you. And please do come and join us at the TTT Media Limited booth at number 256 right here at the Center of Excellence. Thanks to the team for making this possible. We see you on Monday where we do this all over again from our studios at 11A Marava Road. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Being connected, it means a lot because, first of all, you can't do this by yourself.
When you have your phone, you always have somebody at your side. I could call for help, anything going on, you know.
You know, I'm giving children the opportunity to experience outside of their neighborhood.
Digital is kind of a comfort, you know, you feel good that people in your lives are always able to be contacted.
I was with the other network and I was having problems, so I joined Digicel and I never regretted it.
Parents looking for the ultimate summer experience for your children? This July, give them the perfect blend of academic excellence and creative expression right here in Tacarigua. Let their creativity soar at our Kids Summer Music Camp. From the sweet sounds of the steel pan to an exciting final ensemble, we keep your children engaged from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to secure the academic future? Empower your child with our intensive SPA and CSEC math boot camps with essential past paper practice. Invest in their future. Weekly rates for academic boot camps are just $400. Or get the complete 4-week package for $1,600. The full 4-week music camp for just $1,600 per camper. Call or WhatsApp 482-8011 right now to register. Give your child the head start they deserve.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stefan Reese and Mr. X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens, because your world can't wait. TTT News, nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Good morning, this is your TTT News Update. I'm Carrie Roberts. Making the news at this time. Minister of Tertiary Education and Skills Training, Professor Prakash Prasad, is urging employers in both the public and private sectors to open more doors for formerly incarcerated individuals, saying inclusive hiring is key to building a stronger workforce and a more resilient economy.
Real development must also be measured by how we treat those at the margins, those seeking a second chance, and maybe even a third chance, because we are human beings.
Speaking at the signing of an MOU aimed at strengthening rehabilitation and reintegration efforts for ex-convicts, Professor Prasad underscored the importance of creating pathways to opportunity for those seeking a fresh start. The agreement signed on Thursday between the Youth Training and Employment Partnership Program, Vision on Mission, and the American Medical Certification Association seeks to expand access to training, certification, and employment opportunities for formerly incarcerated individuals. Professor Prasad noted that helping individuals overcome social and economic barriers not only transforms lives, but also enables them to make meaningful contributions to national development.
This program doesn't stop at training. It goes further. It prepares individuals for life beyond rehabilitation. It provides them with practical, marketable skills. It builds confidence. It creates structure. And importantly, it connects them to pathways that lead to dignity and self-sufficiency.
The minister described the initiative as a strategic investment in the nation's future, saying it has the potential to build safer communities, increase workforce participation, and reduce the social and economic costs associated with recidivism. In other news, Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism Satyakama Maharaj said this year's Trade and Investment Convention highlights the increasing strength and competitiveness of Trinidad and Tobago's manufacturing sector. He noted that local manufacturers are embracing innovation, technology, and higher standards to compete more effectively in the global marketplace. The minister maintained manufacturers should receive greater priority when it comes to accessing foreign exchange, arguing that supporting local production creates more value for the economy than imports.
I am going to encourage the commercial banks to also give local manufacturers preferential access to forex over importers, because the manufacturers create economic value far more than importing.
Minister Maharaj also pointed to increasing participation in overseas trade missions as a sign that more local businesses are pursuing export opportunities and expanding into new markets.
Last trade mission to Guyana and Suriname had 64 people. Right? You used to struggle to get 20 before. Now they're flooding it. They went to India with a group of people. Right? Business confidence is growing, and I think it speaks very well for our non-oil manufacturing sector in the country.
He said the strong response from manufacturers and growing interest in international markets reflect rising confidence in Trinidad and Tobago's non-energy sector and its potential for continued export-led growth. In sport, Australian sprint sensation Good's breakout season has come to a heartbreaking halt. The 18-year-old has torn his hamstring, ruling him out for the rest of the year. Good suffered a grade 3 hamstring tear while training in Brisbane, forcing him out of the World Under-20 Championships in Eugene. The teenager had already skipped the Commonwealth Games to focus on that event. It's a big blow after a stunning year. In April, he clocked a 19.67 seconds for the 200-meter, a World Under-20 record, faster than Usain Bolt ran at the same age. Good says he's devastated, but is turning his attention to rehab, vowing to return in 2027. Better, faster, and stronger. And that was your TTT News Update. I am Carrie Roberts. Have a great day.
This is TTT.